Hi everybody, today is Thursday, September the 10th. Today we have our respect agreement and some expectations to go over, as well as our math lesson. Please don't forget that tonight from 4:30 to 6:30 is the Meet the Teacher drive-through. So during our meeting today, we are going to discuss a respect agreement. So we came up with a class of some things that we think would look like respect. So what does a student do to show respect to another student? How can a teacher show respect to a student? How can a student show respect to the teacher? And down here we have, how can the student show respect to the whole school or the virtual school? If you have anything you'd like to add to this, please let me know. So take a moment to look at it and see if there's anything you would like to add. Okay, our math lesson today is the student will represent the value of a digit in whole numbers through billions by reading and writing numbers using standard and word form. So we're going to begin with a little challenge. So I want you to look at this graphic and I want you to see how many numbers you see. I'm going to fast forward. So just a little challenge. So look at that graphic there and see how many digits you're able to see. Okay, could you figure out some digits you saw there? Let's see the answer. We see 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, upside down, 8, and 9. Did you catch all those numbers? It's a good challenge. Okay. Now what I want you to do is I want you to do our Google Slides sort activity. So I want you to pause this video and I want you to go to your Google Classroom and look at Thursday's assignments and the one labeled sort activity. And I want you to complete that. You're going to put the cards in order from greatest to least. On the next slide, oh, there goes the bell. On the slide after the slide with the cards is a video explaining how to do it if you would like some more assistance. Okay, now that you've done that activity, how did you complete that task? What did you have to think about? What did you have to do? And what information did you use? Did you have to use some stuff that you learned in 3rd grade? Now I want you to look at this place value chart. First I want you to notice, do you see any patterns on this place value chart? Take a look. Hopefully you found the pattern ones, tens, and hundreds. Hopefully you saw that those words repeat itself over and over again, and then we put those 3 into groupings. The ones grouping, the thousands grouping, the millions grouping, and the billions grouping. So I'm going to teach you a handy little dance to help you with that. So what you're going to do is every time you see a new grouping or a comma, we're going to do that. So we're going to draw out the word using that. So we're going to say billions and millions and thousands. And we don't need to do anything for ones, but you can always just do a dab. So let's practice. So we see here the number. What do you think that number would be? Think to yourself what you think that number would be. That number is 123, right? We can see that in that box. We already know that that number is 123. So I took that and I put it in a box. So now let's make it a little more challenging. Now I have these 6 digits put into 2 boxes because I have 2 different place value groupings, the ones and the thousands grouping. So we're going to say everything in that box, then we're going to do our hand, and then we're going to finish the number. Here we go. So we're going to say 234,123. And when you write that in word form, you write it just as you would say it, like I have right here. Okay, let's make it a little bit more challenging. So now we've added another grouping. What would that grouping be? It's the millions. Let's go ahead and do it. So we're going to say everything in that box and then add the place value grouping. So we have 453,234,123. And when we write that in word form, we're going to write it just as we hear it. Okay, I made it even more challenging. You ready? So that first grouping there is going to be the billions place. So we're going to say what we see in the boxes, and then we're going to add in the place value grouping. Here we go. We have 1,234,234,123. Did you get it? Okay, we're going to write that just as we see it. All right. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go into Google Classroom and you're going to complete your activity for math labeled DOL. So you're going to go to your DOL activity. Let me pull up Miss Bright's. So I don't think Miss Bright's going to do her activity. She's too busy doing her own class. Let's see, where is she? There she is. Okay, so this, let me get it over here, is what your DOL is going to look like. Let me move that. There we go. Now you can see it. So you're going to do slides 2 and 4 on your own, and then you're going to check your work with my video. So you're going to come to slide 2. Look what you see here, that number, and you're just going to fill in these boxes. So just click on the box and push the number for all 3 of those. And then once you're done with that, I want you to watch this video where I explain it to you, and I want you to see if you got it right or not. And if you didn't, I want you to go back and fix it. Then I want you to move on to slide 4. I want you to do it all by yourself again. So look at this. Think about your place values and how you can group them, and then write it down in word form in these boxes right here, and right here. And then guess what? When you're done with that, go check it with the video and see if you got it right. And if you didn't, go back and fix it and think to yourself, what should I have done? Then finally, I want you to do slide 6 all on your own. So this is the one that I'm going to look at for your grade to see how well you understood the lesson and what I can do to help you. So please make sure you're doing this all on your own and try your very best. So go ahead, pause the video, and go ahead and go do that. Finally, we have our science lesson. On your science lesson today, I want you to take the rocks that we've been studying for the past few days, and I want you to go back to the Google Classroom and find the Flipgrid assignment and click on it and describe your rocks using that Flipgrid platform. I can't wait to see what you say. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much.